I'm joined with the wonderfully successful Gabrielle Tozer. She's an editor, writer, journalist, and even the author of a young adult fiction novel titled The Intern and the sequel Faking It, which was released on the 1st of January this year. Thank you so much for joining us, Gabby.
It's my pleasure. It's lovely to be here.
So firstly, as a university student studying communications alongside a number of aspiring journalists, it must be a dream to hear that many accomplishments listed next to your name.
It still does feel like a bit of a dream. I've wanted to do it since I was a little girl. It's such a cliche, since I was about 6 years old, I've thought about being a news reporter and a author. I used to want to work at Grace Brothers as well. So look, that one didn't happen. But yeah, it's amazing. I feel very lucky. I've worked my butt off, but it's still hard to believe it's true.
So studying at university, it was University of Canberra, journalism and creative writing. How did that degree actually contribute to your professional career?
It contributed everything to my professional career. I've always wanted to do both of them, work as a journalist and become an author one day. So I had a really great mix. I learnt the basics of writing a good article, interviewing people, researching, fact-checking as a journalist, and then through my creative writing degree, that was where I was basically let off the leash creatively and I was allowed to write whatever I wanted, and often into the wee hours of the night. The other thing that was really taught to me at uni was to really build up my portfolio and my experience. So I made an effort to do as much work experience as possible and internships. So I was writing for free, I was pitching articles to editors, I was kind of working around the clock, but because I loved it so much, it just kind of came naturally. But yeah, so it was a good mix.
Like you said, working in internships, getting experience. What were generally the steps that you took towards this success that you have now?
Because I knew I wanted to become a journalist since I was a little girl, I started doing work experience when I was about in year 10. The moment that you could, it was at a TV station, and I remember just picking that journalist's brain, probably driving her absolutely bonkers, and just asking her, what can I do? And she said, number one, do as much work experience as you can. So from the moment I started at uni, I just kept doing that. I was like, everyone's going to have the same piece of paper as me. We're all going to come out of this degree with the same qualifications. So I just kept thinking, what can I do that's above that? How can I separate myself from the herd? And so I just kind of kept my brain thinking in that way for 3 years and just put my hand up for every opportunity, and I got told no a lot as well, and so I just got used to hearing no and failing and trying again. Like if one editor said no to me, I'd ask another editor, and it just went from there, and it kind of toughened me up, I think, for the journalism industry.
Yeah, the real stuff. Yeah. Wow, that actually takes a lot of perseverance. But it's obviously brought you to such a successful place now, with your publishing of your 2 books as well. You talked a lot about interning and getting that experience. Now your book is actually titled The Intern.
Yes.
Which leads me to believe that there may be some kind of similarity between you and maybe the main character Josie, or some of the experiences you had as an intern.
There's some similarities between the main character Josie Browning and I. We're not the same character. It's not my memoirs by any means. I actually had a pretty smooth sailing experience as an intern. I think the main similarities between us is I'm originally from the country. I'm a girl from Wagga Wagga, so I had to move to the big smoke to follow my dreams of becoming a journalist, and she has to do a similar thing. She has to move from a smaller regional town to the city.
So how was that transition, going from, a quiet country town into such a busy and urban atmosphere in a career that requires so much communication?
Look, at the start of my journalism career, I was like walking into a whole different planet. Luckily I had my stint in Canberra for 3 years, so that I feel like that eased me. And Canberra's like a big country town, but there are a lot more people, and I kind of gained a lot of experience through my journalism degree interviewing people from all walks of life. So that was a really great experience.
So with all of this experience and all this lovely wisdom you have, in 2013 you established a web series called The Bottom Rung. So what's all of that about?
I'm all about paying it forward, and so by the time I managed to actually get a couple of notches on the belt myself, career-wise, I thought I want to make sure that I'm doing the same thing that they did for me. So it was as simple as that. It was rounding up my contacts, people from all different industries. There's fashion, beauty, the media, TV, radio, theatre, and just inviting them to share their wisdom
Thank you so much for sharing all of your experiences and all of your wisdom with us. I think I can definitely use a few of those pointers and those secrets to get me through the next few years.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.